I mean, it's perfect a story as Twelfth Night is for Shakespeare and The Marriage of Figaro is for Mozart. The language is simply wonderful in it. You don't hear such exquisitely constructed sentences really anymore as you go to Wilde. Or, you know, there's a wonderful line that I have is come dear. We've already missed 5, if not 6 trains. To miss any more might expose us to comment on the platform. Eccentric, wonderful thing to say.
You can't get better writing if you're talking about light comedy, and I think it's pretty well the pinnacle of English wit.
I was incredibly encouraged by the way Wilde's work really had a sort of contemporary feel. The humour feels as though it hadn't dimmed in any way. It still has the same sort of spark. Because I quite like the idea of giving it another airing, with perhaps more of modern cinematic approach to it. In some sense, it seemed a good opportunity to really try and draw it out into something with a bit more scale to it.
I thought Oliver Parker did a wonderful adaptation, and the characters all seemed very modern, especially the women.
I think it's really great the way he's done it. It feels like there's got a lot of movement in it. It doesn't feel like a play, I think. It feels very much like a film.
It's very, very funny, very brilliant. It's very satirical. It kind of gives a very odd explanation of the English spirit of the turn of the century.
I think it's a masterpiece, the play, and I think that Oliver Parker's script is just wonderful. I mean, I think Oscar Wilde must have been in the room when he was doing the script.
You can show the two sides of almost anybody. Wilde, I mean, he is the sort of ultimate dealer in ambiguity.
In the vestry, Dr. Chasuble.
Expecting you, yes.
That sounds serious. I do not think it would be right to keep him waiting, Cecily.
It would be very, very wrong. The vestry, as I am told, excessively damp.
Everything is laced with paradox. So to find sort of a cinematic equivalent of that is what is an exciting challenge.
I think it's very difficult to make a film out of it. I think it's structured perfectly as a piece of theatre in 3 acts. And Oliver's been extremely audacious in opening it up. And I have been amazed at how much freedom there is within it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do it. Algae.
Yes, exactly.
Algae. Algae. No, yeah. And then she calls Ernest again, is it?
No, she's gone.
She's gone.
Yeah.
Ernest.
And he'll come over here by then. Yeah, and then have your bit. Yeah? And you could maybe you wouldn't drop the letter. In some senses, you're almost wanting to use. This is why you've got to go. You can't stay here. She's coming. Yeah.
Algae.
Yeah.
Ernest. I can say Ernest now. Proper country. Again.
Yes, because he's deliberately ignoring you.
And so it is I have resolved to flee these prison walls and make my way directly to your side, to my one and only.
Ernest! Ernest! Ernest!
Algie! Algie!
Ernest.
Ah! Good morning, my dear fellow.
You have to talk. You have to leave.
But if I leave, how can we talk?
We cannot both be called Ernest.
I don't believe we are, Brother Jack.
God, that was great.
It's very much an ensemble thing, I think. It doesn't have one particular leading part. Maybe Colin's. But that's good.
I've acted with Rupert before. I've played his mother in another country. I never met Colin Firth, who was also, of course, the star, one of the stars in that film, but I never met him because I was only in 2 little scenes with Rupert. So it was lovely meeting him properly. And, of course, with Judi, because Judi was Lady Bracknell in the production in which I played Miss Prism. So it's a reunion and meeting new and interesting and very nice people. And I think Oliver's a wonderful director. Really, I'm so enjoying it.
There was a lot of us all worked with each other before, so it's just nice for that sort of sense of reunion, and it's fun. It's not, you're there to work, but it's also they're nice people. They're nice people anyway, even if you didn't.
The rapport all the actors have is so wonderful because we can just sort of easily play with it. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, when you asked me why, what attracted me about this, it's irresistible. I can't imagine anybody saying no to an offer to be among these people. I mean, there isn't one person among the cast that isn't absolutely 100%, first rate and best at what they do. It's fantastic.
An American student once said to me, "Do the audience make any difference to you in the theatre?" I said, "They're the only people we come out of our homes to do it for. Otherwise I'd be at home with my feet up the chimney." I don't know how it will be received. I just know that that we've done it now, and I hope it brings a lot of people pleasure.
My nephew, you seem to be displaying signs of triviality.
On the contrary, Aunt Augusta. I've now realized for the first time in my life the vital importance of being earnest.